Strange Black Beats.
light shining bright like the dawn. Each one named for the tribes long gone. Yeah. Rubies and gold, where the faithful belong. Yeah. 12 gates of Israel standing tall, a place for the chosen, a call for us all. New Jerusalem, where the under the Almighty's wing. A city of light, no shadow can hide. Yeah, the Lamb is the lamp, the eternal guide. Yeah, walls of jasper, where grace abides. Yeah. Yeah. Every step closer, a promise fulfilled. Every stone whispers God's holy will. 12 gates of Israel standing tall, a place for the chosen, a call for us all. New Jerusalem, where the angels sing, heaven's home under the Almighty's wing. Oh, hear the trumpets, the saints marching. Every tear wiped, no more sin. The river of life flows crystal clear. 12 gates away, the time draws near. 12 gates of Israel standing, a place for the chosen, a call for us all. New Jerusalem, where the angels sing, heaven's home under the Almighty's wing.
Hey, Shalom family, this your brother K. Judah, giving all praise to the Most High Yah and faith in Yahshua HaMashiach. To the beloved Israelite family worldwide, I say peace and blessings. Big salute to the CUC family, my brother Shor Sham, and the Nazarene Hebrew Institute of Technology, and all my beloved brothers and sisters in the chat. As you see the title, family, a bastard should dwell in Ashdod. But it's not the bastard that people think it is. The Philistines used to control 5 cities. But what you see today is a people or groups of people who are claiming land that don't belong to them. The world has told us that y'all are not the people of the book. They say that the Jewish people are the people of the book. What I can't seem to understand, though, is that if you in your land and the land is yours, why are you having so much war? Why people want you out of that land? Now you got presidents coming out saying you do not belong in the land. You are not the people of the land. You was never in the land. They are saying that you are Ashkenazi. You are Gomer. You come from Central Europe. You come from Europe, man. They say you're a Germanic. They say a lot of y'all come from Russia. They say the Khazarians, you don't belong in there neither. Like, you people are not the people of the book. So they condemn us for claiming we the people of the book. They acknowledge that you are the people of the book. But everybody claim to love God, and you calling God a liar. Because he said, my people, I scattered my people. He said, my people should have signs upon them where you can identify who they are because of these certain signs that I'm going to put upon them. That's how you're going to know who my people is. The Jewish people don't have one sign upon them to identify them as the children of Israel. They are not the tail, they the head. I thought we supposed to be the tail and not the head. How did you get back home? Because according to the Bible, Yahshua said, I'm going to gather you and I'm going to place you back in your land. How you get in the land so fast when he supposed to take you to the wilderness first and purge out the rebels? What is going on, family? This whole world has been deceived by the devil and also by the synagogue of Satan. See, that's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with principalities and powers in high places. Witchcraft and sorcery has been sprinkled on the minds of the world. So when we trying to give them truth, letting them know, even these people deny history. Everybody, oh, I love God, I love the Bible, I love history. But when it comes to black history, they deny the history. Oh man, y'all ain't Shemitic, man. Y'all don't come from no Abraham. They gonna just tell us who we come from. They gonna deny our existence and our nationality and our right to claim our heritage. They gonna tell us, y'all ain't the people of the book. You African. Y'all come from Ham, because the history say that Ham is the father of the black races. But I can't find one Hamite that lost their nationality or their tongue. So you mean to tell me out of all the African nations, these white folks came and got one group of people, scattered us all over the world, and you mean to tell me they only came and got us out of all them Africans? Unless they knew something. Unless they knew exactly who they was looking for. And them Africans helped them find who they was looking for, which was the children of Israel. But y'all say we not the children of Israel. You say we African. But Africans never lost their nationality. They never lost their tongue. They know their culture. They know their father's house. They know where they come from. You ask us, the transatlantic slave trade babies, our ancestors, when the sign said Negroes for sale, it didn't say Africans for sale. It said Negroes for sale. It's not called the African transatlantic slave trade. It's called the transatlantic slave trade because these people knew we wasn't African. The Jewish people have pulled the biggest scam on the world known to man. Let me say that again. The Jewish people have pulled the biggest scam in the world known to man. And America is eating it up. Our hard-earned money go to these people, and these people are the synagogue of Satan. So in order to understand what's going on, we got to understand who is this dwelling in Ashdod and Gaza, and who was the original inhabitants of Ashdod and Gaza and Ashkelon and Ekron. Who was these people? It wasn't them. Not even the Palestinians. They don't belong there neither. The Jewish man, he don't belong there neither. None of these people belong in that land. And then I'm about to show you some maps, because you got to ask yourself why it is called a state of Israel, but they don't show all the rest of the land that belong to the 12 tribes of Israel. Have you ever asked yourself that? They created a state of Israel, but what about the rest of the land that belonged to the 12 tribes of Israel? Where that land at? These are things we have to think about. What is going on, man? That people are so blind that they love God so much that they can't even see truth. But they love him though. Oh, they love Jesus. Oh, I love Jesus. I know Jesus. But boy, when history and truth come out, I don't know that Jesus. No, you tripping. I know that Middle Eastern Jesus. Then when you ask them, what is Middle Eastern? Jesus looked like a Palestinian. So I asked them, where's the Middle East? Where's the Middle West? Where's the Middle North? Where's the Middle South? Ain't no such thing, huh? But you're going to tell me there's a Middle East. Then I ask you, who is Jesus? Jesus is the Palestinian. Jesus is olive color. Well, you got black olives. No, he green. He the green olive, not the black one. We're not gonna say the black one. So he green, right? You just say he olive color. Olives are black, green, some tan, brown. He's an olive. What color olive? This generation of people, especially in Christianity and all these different religions, these people are so lost and they think they so woke. These people are lost. We're going to help some, but a lot of them going to stay lost because they want to be deceived, family. They want to be lost. But let's go ahead and get into this. Let me show you the original inhabitants of Gaza, which was the Philistines. Let me say that again. The original inhabitants of Gaza, Ashdod, Ekron, and Ashkelon was the Philistines. The land belonged to them. But through being conquered, deported, and mingling, where the Philistines at today? Where the original inhabitants of the Philistines? Now we know they somewhere around, but what did they mix themselves out? Because it can happen. We know that Babylon took them down, the Assyrians took them down. We know they had a lot of fighting with the children of Israel. Goliath was a Philistine. David cut his head off. So they was always an enemy to the children of Israel. But the Most High said something in the prophecy. But let's deal with this first. Let's deal with this first. Let me show y'all this. Who are the original inhabitants of this area by the Mediterranean Sea? This right here is from the Jones Dictionary. Matter of fact, let me make my screen bigger. Okay, there we go. This right here is from the Jones Dictionary of the Old Testament. And I'm going to look at the word Ashdod. Okay, this is from the Jones Dictionary of the Old Testament. And I'm going to look at the word Ashdod. Something happened, family, and this is about to make all the sense in the world of y'all. All the sense in the world of y'all. Now remember, the original inhabitants of these 5 cities was the Philistines. Let me prove it to you. Let me prove it to you. Okay, here we go. Okay, it says Ashdod. I'm gonna go down. It say a city of the Philistines assigned to Judah and situated on the coast of the Mediterranean Sea between Gaza and Joppa. Hold up, time out. You just said that it was a Philistine city, but it was assigned to Judah? It was a Philistine city, but it was assigned to Judah. When did this happen? When it was assigned to Judah? Let me go take a look at it. Watch this, family. When was it assigned to Judah? Let's go to Joshua chapter 15. And y'all about to see right now. Joshua chapter 15. And I'm going to pick it up at verse 1. Then I'm going to tell y'all when I'm going to skip down. Our inheritance was stolen, fam. I'm talking about the land. The land has been stolen. The land do not belong to the inhabitants of that so-called state of Israel and all the other occupied lands surrounding it. That belongs to you. That belongs to you. That's why everybody want to condemn you, but nobody can tell you where you come from. They want to keep saying Africa, but they won't tell you where in Africa. Everybody want to tell you where you come from. Then they turn around and tell you they don't have no culture. Then when you tell them what is your culture, what is your heritage, where you come from, what's your nationality, then they tell you no, no, no. You can't claim that. Just be African. Y'all African. Why you don't want to be African? See, everybody want us to be African. They don't want us to be Israel because everybody else want to be Israel. But they won't let the people who was actually born with the blood running through their veins, who are Hebrew Israelites. They don't want you to be that. They can be it. Everybody else can be it. The Jewish people can be it. Everybody can lay claim to who you are, except you. Except you. Let's go to Joshua. Chapter 15 and verse 1. I'm just going to read that this is the allotment to Judah. And then we're going to skip down. Joshua. Chapter 15 and verse 1. And it reads, this then was the lot of the tribe of the children of Judah by their families, even to the border of Edom, the wilderness of Zin, southward, was the uttermost part of the south coast. I don't got to argue with nobody. I told y'all, look, I did so many map lessons proving that Jerusalem sit in the south and Edom sit further south from Judah. What you saying, KJ? David had a fight with the Jebusites. And guess where he fought them at? In the south. South of what? That's why it was called Jebus. Jebus is Jerusalem. But David called it the city of David. He did not fight them by the Mediterranean Sea where this so-called state of Israel at. Let me say that again. They put Jerusalem in that so-called state of Israel, but the real Jerusalem sit in the south by Edom. He just told you right here. Let me read it again. Verse 1. This then was the lot of the children of Judah by their families, even to the border of Edom. That state of Israel, you can't find Edom. So what did they create? A fake land called the state of Israel. That's not all of Israel. That's not the whole land of Israel, family. That's a created state. Even to the border of Edom, to the wilderness of Zin, southward, was the uttermost points of the south coast. Now jump down to verse 46 and 47, because remember what I just read in the Jones Dictionary of the Old Testament. He said it was allotted to Judah. Is this true? Can I bag it up out of the mouth of 2 or 3? Let's see. This is Joshua 15, verse 46 and 47. And it reads, from Ekron, even unto the sea, that's the Mediterranean Sea, all that lay near Ashdod, with their villages, Ashdod with her towns and her villages, Gaza with her towns and her villages, unto the river of Egypt and the great sea and the border thereof. So he gave all that to Judah. Ashdod, Gaza. It used to belong to the Philistines, but remember, Canaan stole the inheritance of the children of Israel. So when we came out of Egypt, we had a fight with the Canaanites, the Girgashites, the Hivites, the Amorites, the Canaanites, and also we took down who? The Philistines. And that land was allotted to Judah. So I hope this picture starting to be clear to you that the place where these people are occupying and fighting over Gaza and Ashdod, this created state, the place called Gaza belonged to the children of Judah and Ashdod. But if the children of Judah is not in their land, you can just come on in and do what? lay hold of it, family. And that's exactly what happened. How did this happen though, KJ? How did these people take hold of the land? Because remember, if the land belonged to the 12 tribes of Israel, where is the 12 tribes of Israel? If the land belonged to the 12 tribes of Israel, where are they today? Because all I keep hearing about is Jewish people, but it's 12 tribes. Where are the other tribes? What land are they occupying? Let me show you something, man. Let me show you something. Check this out. Let me show you so you can get a visual of what I'm saying when I say a created state. Do y'all see this right here? Where is the rest of the land? Look at this. What is this? What is this, family? Do people think this is our inheritance? You think this is all of it? You think this is it? What is this? Look at all these names. These are not the names of the 12 tribes of Israel. What is all these? Chevron, Sarat, Ephraim. What is these names? Bethel. No, these are not the names. I can't find these names in the Bible. Because remember, when you conquer lands, you change the name of the land. Didn't Canaan tell us that? Didn't Canaan show us that? The land was never called Canaan, family. When he stole the land, he changed the name of the land after his name, and it became the land of Canaan. But it was called the land of milk and honey, or the promised land. It was never called Canaan. Just like it was never called Palestine. They gave it that name, Palestine. Our land is not Palestine. Our land is called the land of milk and honey, or the promised land. So as you can see, I don't know what this is, but this is what they call the state of Israel today. Okay? They didn't just, this is crazy. And here go them 5 cities I was telling y'all about. Look, by the Mediterranean Sea right there. Y'all see it? Ashdod, Ashkelon, Gaza. This is where all that fighting going on at Gaza. And all this territory belonged to Judah. How we know that? Because Beersheba was in Judah. And Simeon, he got his inheritance in the lot of Judah because Judah's land was too big for just him. So Simeon received his inheritance in the lot of Judah. Where's Simeon? Where's Naphtali? Where's Dan? Where's Gad? Where's Reuben? Manasseh, the other half tribe of Manasseh. Where's Ephraim? Where's Asher? Where's Simeon? Where these people at? Where the tribes at? You think the tribes of Israel can fit in this little land right here? You think all 12 tribes can fit in this little piece of land right here? No, they can't, family. No, they can't. Let me show you how big the land really is. Let me show you how big the land really is. The land is humongous. Now, first I'm going to show you this. What do y'all see on this map? Because on that map I just showed you, they didn't show anything east of the Jordan River. I wonder why. Say it again, KJ. Why they did not show land east of the Jordan River? Because as you can see, who was dwelling over there, KJ? Reuben, east of the Jordan River. Gad, east of the Jordan River. And Manasseh. Oh. So our land is bigger than what they be telling us. When you have Israelites talking about their little piece of dirt. We was also dwelling east of the Jordan River. That's why you got half tribe of Manasseh that was west of the Jordan River and half tribe of the other tribe of Manasseh dwelling east of the Jordan River. That's why they received a double portion. Because you had half tribe of Manasseh dwelling in Bashan and Gilead, and you had the other half tribe of Manasseh dwelling where? West of the Jordan River. So as you can see, we got East Manasseh, we got Gad, and we have Reuben. This is not a little piece of dirt, family. Let me back it up. Look at it. Do this look like a little piece of dirt to y'all? Look how big Beersheba is around the territory of Judah and Simeon. Look how big this land is, family. And then y'all got to remember this. Inside of our territories, we had cities. So even within your lot and your borders, you have other cities within that. Who can fit in the state of Israel? Come on now. We got cities within cities in our inheritance, family. And all that can fit in that little state and carve that state is 12 tribes of us. It's 12 tribes of us, family. We cannot fit in that carved out land that they carved out and say, this is Jerusalem, this is Israel. All lies. All lies, family. The devil is crafty, family. The devil got him a people, which is the synagogue of Satan, and they cosplaying as the children of Israel. Just like he tried to mimic Christ. Christ taught for 3.5 years. Satan gonna get his little 3.5 years. Christ have a Sabbath day that he gave us. Satan got a day that he got his followers worshiping on his day, which is Sunday. The Lord got holidays that we keep. Satan got him some holidays that the world keep. Do y'all see? The Most High have a people. Satan got him a people. Do y'all see what's going on? Satan trying to mimic everything that y'all do and Yahshua. But he can't do it like them. See, Satan got a lie and cosplay. We the real deal. We the real deal. This is why the world won't acknowledge who we are. Because they are brainwashed. With all deceivableness of them that love not the truth, they are deceived, fam. They tell you they love the truth, but when we actually give them truth, they deny truth because it's coming from those they despise. See what I'm saying? It's coming from those they despise, fam. So as you look at this map, I wanted to show this first so I can show you Reuben, Gad, and the half tribe of Manasseh. But the map I just showed you, it didn't show none of that. It just showed you everything west of the Jordan River. Only west, not east. Show them again, KJ. So look at this. Do this look like a little piece of dirt to y'all? You don't see all these cities within our land? Let me ask again. Do you see not all of these names are cities within the territory of our lands? So how can this be a little piece of dirt? And then they go again. Who? Reuben, Gad, and Manasseh, east of the Jordan River. And you have the other half tribe of Manasseh, and Issachar, and Zebulun, and Naphtali, and Asher, and Ephraim, and Benjamin, and Judah. And down here, who you got? Simeon and Dan. There you go. This don't look like a little piece of dirt to me. This look like a big old football field. But the Jewish people, they land don't look like this. Because they do not make up the 12 tribes. That's why they call themselves a state of Israel. They had to create a state. We don't have to create anything. When we go home, our inheritance is going to be given back to us. We don't have to lie or cosplay anybody. It's just going to be given to us because we the original inhabitants of this place, of this land. So as you can see, within Judah, we got Bethlehem, Hebron, Daber, Harad, Jerusalem. In Simeon, Beersheba. We go Gilgal, got Jericho, We got Bethel. We got AI. Y'all see what I'm saying? Bethhorn. These are all other places within your place. Whew. And you got Israelites telling other Israelites, do not believe that so-called Middle East is your inheritance. Whoo, Father. The deception, even from among your teachers that you called to teach. Well, they say you called them to teach, but I'm confused because he who you have called don't tell lies. A man that is chosen by Yah would not lie on Yah and would not discredit Yah's word to fit what they wanted to fit. A man that is chosen by Yah going to teach unadulterated truth. He's going to go into the Bible and he's going to examine scripture for what scriptures say. Now, the Bible that Judah was dwelling by Edom. So I need you to find Edom in Ham's land. I need you to find Moab in Ham's land. I need you to find the Ammonites in Ham's land. And I need you to find Syria, which is Damascus, in Ham's land. And also the Chaldeans. Because Abraham came from the north and went down south. Abraham was dwelling in the north. And if you're going to look at land, you got to look at our land from the directions of our land. Then you start pointing in, okay, this is north, this is south. So our land to Egypt is the north. And Egypt land to us is south. That's why the Bible say Abraham went down south, because he was in the north, because our land is north of Egypt. Knowledge. That's why it say he went down. Like if I say, hey man, I'm about to go downtown. I'm about to go down here to my mama house. I'm about to go down here to my kinfolk house. I'm about to go down here with my people. So Abraham went down, meaning traveled south. This is your land, family. But it's being despised by other Israelites, and it's discouraging other Israelites to diminish this land, speak evil of this land, and they want Ham's land. I call it an African agenda, to where you're going to lie and discredit Yah to fit your narrative. In the time of the judges, this is what it looked like, y'all. This is the time of the judges and Joshua, because he was stricken in years and it was still more land to get. And this is what it looked like in the time of the judges. Everybody had their inheritance. Now remember, I got to read something to y'all. Moses told Reuben, Gad, and the half tribe of Manasseh, they asked Moses for something. And I want somebody to try to discredit what I'm about to read. If you do it, you are a certified false teacher, because what you are doing is lying on Yah. So let's read it together, because I'm not about to lie on my father. So I'm just going to read for what it say, right? Let's go to Numbers 32. I want to show y'all something. Listen to this. Let's go to Numbers 32. Okay, I didn't show y'all that. I'll come back a little later. Let me show this first. I'm going to come back a little later. Let's go to Numbers 32. Now, remember what I just said. Reuben, Gad, and half tribe of Manasseh asked Moses for something. Let's see what they asked him for. Watch this. There is no private interpretation of the scriptures, family. It say what it say, and I stand on it. Whatever Yah say, I stand on what Yah say. Here you go, family. Please follow along with your brother so we can read this together. This is Numbers 32. And watch this. Bear with me. Woo, boy, I'm telling you, boy, the word is so beautiful and so powerful, man. It's so full of truth. You just got to be able to have the spirit, man, to just be over, like I'm overjoyed. I was in here. When I put the tabernacle lesson together, I was in here just acting like a big old kid. I was so excited. And I'm in here just dancing and just acting crazy because Yah revealed to me how the tabernacle was constructed. What do I mean? I always read it, but I just like read it. You know what I'm saying? Like I just scanned over it. Okay, he built the tabernacle and he did the curtains and the 20 boards and the sockets and the loops. And no, I said, man, let me go study this. Once I studied it, man, I was overjoyed because he's an architect. He's perfection, and his son, they are perfection. And that what blew me away. Even the fact that he told Moses, the remainder of the curtains, let it hang in the back. And the right size, when they flipped it on top of the tabernacle, it actually hung in the back, just like he told them. An architect, a mastermind. It blew me away. So yes, I get overjoyed, overexcited like a big kid. Watch this. Here you go. Y'all ready for this? Okay, I got that first. Okay, boom. I got that. Let me hold that right there. Let me hold that right there. Okay, here we go. I'm going to read Numbers 32 first. Then I'm going to go to Joshua. So let me read this first. Here you go. Numbers 32, verse 1. Please follow along with me, family, please. Numbers 32, verse 1. It said, now the children of Reuben and the children of Gad had a very great multitude of cattle. When they saw the land of Jazer. Hold on, KJ. Whoa, time out. As I read this, I got to open up this window because he said the land of Jazer. I got to find out where's this land at. Let's find out where it's at. Hold up. Where's Jazer? Because somebody going to say, man, KJ, you're making up stuff. No, I'm not. Y'all see right here? Where's Jazer? It's right there in the territory of Gad. Y'all see it? Jazer. Jazer. And what do you notice? It is east of the Jordan River. Okay, so now y'all know where I'm going with this. They asked Moses for something, and we already getting a little peek at it. Let's see what they asked. Verse 1 again. Now the children of Reuben and the children of Gad had a very great multitude of cattle. And when they saw the land of Jazer and the land of Gilead, that behold, the place was a place for cattle. Then the children of Gad and the children of Reuben came and spake unto Moses and to Eleazar the priest and unto the princes of the congregation, saying, Etriot and Daban and Jazer and Nimrah and Hishbon and Eliel and Shabam and Nebo and beyond, even the country which the Elohim smote before the congregation of Israel, is a land for cattle, and thy servants have cattle. Everything that you see right here, he just named. Nebo, Hishbon, he just named all of that, family. This is east of the Jordan River. This is Reubenites and the Gadites telling Moses, we don't want to cross over the Jordan River. We want our land east of the Jordan River. We don't want to go with our brothers west of the Jordan River. So look what Moses is about to say. Verse 5. Wherefore said they, if we have found grace in thy sight, let this land be given unto thy servants for a possession, and bring us not over Jordan. And bring us not over Jordan. Don't bring us over Jordan, Moses. We want to stay here east of the Jordan River. We don't want to go over there with our brothers. Do not bring us over Jordan. But I thought our land is over there with Ham and them, though. But Reuben, Gad, and Manasseh is dwelling by Moab, the Ammonites, and Edom. Make it make sense. Woo! Verse 7. And wherefore discourage ye the heart of the children of Israel from going over into the land which the Lord has given them? Thus did your fathers when I sent them from Kadesh Barnea to see the land. So Moses told them, Man, you gonna stay here while your brothers go fight? So hold on, let's see what Moses said, right? Here you go, y'all. Listen, verse 16. And they came near unto him and said, we will build sheepfolds here for our cattle and cities for our little ones. But we ourselves will go ready on before the children of Israel until we have brought them unto their place. And our little ones shall dwell in the fenced cities because of the inhabitants of the land. We will not return unto our houses until the children of Israel have inherited every man its inheritance. For we will not inherit with them. For we would not inherit with them. Moses, we would not inherit our land west of the Jordan River with them, Moses. We want to come back east of the Jordan River. So what we going to do, Moses? We're going to build sheepfolds for our little ones and our families. Then we're going to cross over with you west of the Jordan River. We're going to get down and fight, but let us come back on this side, brother. So let's see what Moses said. Verse 19. For we will not inherit them on yonder side Jordan. For we will not inherit with them on yonder side Jordan or forward, because our inheritance is fallen to us on this side Jordan, eastward. Woo! KJ, if the Bible is saying what it's saying, why is men lying on the word of God? I do not know. Reuben just told Moses, we want our land eastward of the Jordan River by Moab, the Ammonites, and Edom. Why, KJ? It's the rising of the sun. The sun rise from the east. And Reuben and them had their land east of the Jordan River till the rising of the sun. So who y'all gonna believe? Man or Yah and Yahshua, who is telling you when we got our inheritance, we was dwelling from west to east of the Jordan River. This is book. This is book. I can't make this up. This is book. Verse 20. And Moses said unto them, if you would do this thing, if you will go on before the Lord to war, and will go all of you armed over Jordan before the Lord, until he have driven out his enemies from before him, and the land be subdued before the Lord. Then afterward, you shall return and be guiltless before the Lord and before Israel, and this land shall be your possession before the Lord. There y'all go. So did they get the land? Did it actually happen? Let's go. We got to go look. Let's go to Joshua. Let's go to Joshua. Let's go to Joshua. Because Joshua, let's go to Joshua chapter 22, verse 9. Did Joshua give them the land like Moses said? We got to go see. Joshua 22. And let's see. This is Joshua talking to the Reubenites, the Gadites, and the half tribe of Manasseh. Let me say it again. This is Joshua talking to the Reubenites, the Gadites, and the half tribe of Manasseh. Now remember, Moses told them, if you do this thing, you can have this land. So what is about to happen? Joshua chapter 22 and verse 1. And it reads, then Joshua called the Reubenites and the Gadites and the half tribe of Manasseh and said unto them, ye have kept all that Moses, the servant of the Lord, commanded you, and have obeyed my voice in all that I commanded you. Ye have not left your brethren these many days unto this day, but have kept the charge of the commandments of the Lord your Elohim. And now the Elohim your power have given rest unto your brethren, as he promised them. Therefore now return ye, and get you unto your tents, and unto the land of your possession, which Moses, the servant of your Elohim, gave you on the other side Jordan. On the other side Jordan, KJ. They went back east of the Jordan River, family. Jump down to verse 9. Verse 9. And the children of Reuben and the children of Gad and half tribe of Manasseh returned and departed from the children of Israel out of Shiloh, which is the land of Canaan, to go unto the country of Gilead, to the land of their possession, whereof they was possessed, according to the word of the Lord by the hand of Moses. So Reuben, Gad, and Manasseh went back east of the Jordan River. And I just showed you a map where it said Reuben, Gad, and half tribe of Manasseh. We can't make this up. So Reuben and the other two tribes, they did not want their land with the rest of the tribes west of the Jordan River. They wanted their land east of the Jordan River. Because remember, they had a fight with a king by the name of Sihon, king of the Amorites. And they beat him down, took his land, and gave it to Reuben. Then they had another fight with a king by the name of King of Og, king of Bashan. They beat him down, took his land, and gave it to half tribe of Manasseh. This is why the Bible talks about Bashan and Gilead, that he's going to make the land fruitful and beautiful like Bashan and Gilead. So this state of Israel is not all of our inheritance, because the border of our land was to the Mediterranean Sea, which is the Great Sea. So how you going to carve out a state towards a border? Make it make sense, goofball. No. We ain't doing that. Nope. That didn't happen. That didn't happen, bro. The 10 tribes never came over here, bro. The 10 tribes never came over here, bro. If you trying to use second Esdras, please go examine that again, brother. There's no slave ships in second Esdras 13. And they walked on feet to cross the Euphrates. They went into a further country, which is called Assyria. They was walking on feet, brother. Can't no ship fit through no Euphrates River. And once the ship came and got them through the Euphrates, how did it get to the Indian Ocean? I mean, we're talking about a big old ship, right? Man, no, they didn't, bro. I'm not finna argue with you, bro. If you think they did, then you think they did. I know they didn't. No, they didn't. I don't know what you talking about. Ain't no 10 tribes came over here, boy. How we gonna be gathered from the four corners of the earth of all the tribes in America? Make it make sense, man. What are you talking about? 1619 is only for Jamestown, Virginia. 1619 do not commemorate the whole captivity, bro. We was being brought in captivity in the 14 and 1500s. 1619 is just only for Jamestown, Virginia. It is not the whole captivity. Man, y'all got to do some reading, bro. I'm serious. And this is why I be telling people, man, look, I'm very patient with my people. But it's better to ask questions instead of make statements. You're going to tell me they came over here. Now, show me the slave ships in 2nd Ezra. Where's the slave ships at? Show me they came over here on slave ships in 2nd Ezra 13. You can't do it, bro. Ain't no slave ships in there. I don't know what he talking about. He said the 10 tribes came to America, and then you got Judah also in America and scattered to the four corners. So how the Lord gonna gather us from the four corners if the whole 10 tribes is in America? Make it make sense, y'all. Make it make sense, people. The 10 tribes in Africa, family, they scattered out throughout Africa. West Africa, Central Africa, South Africa, North Africa. The 10 tribes went into Africa, family. And remnants of Judah was left behind. Not all of Judah got on the slave ships. So we got Judah and we got the 10 tribes. They are in Africa, family, the west, the continent of Africa. This is why in Isaiah chapter 11:11, he said, I'm going to gather you from Egypt, from Cush, from Pathros, from Hamat, and the islands of the sea. Then he said, then I'm going to gather Judah and them from the four corners of the earth. The 10 tribes is in Africa, family. Don't let nobody tell y'all the 10 tribes came over here. No, they did not, family. There is no scripture in the Bible that says that the 10 tribes came to America. No scripture, family. Don't let these people lie to y'all. You know how I know this? Because I read the history. And guess what else I know? The Assyrians took down the northern tribes before Judah, Benjamin, and Levi went into captivity. The Assyrian took down the northern kingdom way before Judah, Benjamin, and Levi went into captivity under Babylon. They was already scattered, family. I mean, already taken down by the Assyrians. And they brought other people in the land and placed them in the land of Israel instead of the original inhabitants. Then Babylon came and took Judah down. Then Medes and Persian, then the Greeks, then Rome. And then after 70 AD, we were scattered all throughout the Mediterranean world. We fled into Africa. Then as time went on, our brothers, the northern kingdom, in 2nd Esdras 13, they went into a further country where never mankind dwelt. They were walking on their feet, family. They didn't get on no boat. Don't let these people lie to y'all. They was walking on feet, family. But let me continue, though. What you mean they did, little dude? Man, you sound stupid. You ain't never seen me in your life. Talking about little dude. Man, don't make me block you. Learn how to listen instead of talking so much. Because if I drop my link, you can't prove they came on those slave ships. You just talking. And I already know what you're doing. You're a regurgitator. You're just regurgitating the camps. You ain't read that for yourself. Because if you did, you wouldn't be saying what you're saying. You're a regurgitator. Read for yourself, boy. And stop regurgitating stuff. So like I was saying, family, the 10 tribes, they never came over here, family. They never came over here, family. They are scattered in Africa. Judah, Benjamin, and Levi is the one that was scattered to the four corners of the earth, family. Judah, Benjamin, and Levi is the one that went into the 1400s, 1500, and 1619 slave trade, not the northern kingdom. Judah, Benjamin, and Levi was the last ones to go into captivity. And that's the remainder of the scattering. That's why he gonna gather us from the four corners of the earth. You got the continent, you got Judah scattered everywhere with Benjamin and Levi. So we coming from every place under heaven. Every place under heaven, family. You see what I'm saying? This boy say Google. Boy, I got books. I'm done talking to you. You said Google. That boy say how natives and get here and the Mexicans. Mexicans ain't Israelite unless they're a Negro Mexican or Afro Mexican. Y'all got Ephraim and Manasseh on the 12 tribe chart and they represent their daddy. Let me know y'all don't got no common sense. Ephraim and Manasseh represent their daddy. How y'all gonna make them two tribes on the 12 tribe chart and they one tribe represent their daddy Joseph, who is the original 12 tribe? But y'all got Ephraim and Manasseh as two separate tribes and they going in one gate called the gate of Joseph. Boy, I'm done talking to you, boy. Stop talking to me. Boy, I'm done talking to you, boy. You don't want no smoke. Boy, go sit down in the corner and sit on top of books. And hit yourself in the head, boy. You sound foolish. Just stop it, bro. So, family, like I'm telling y'all in the chat, Ashdod used to belong to the Philistines. Then it was given to Judah. So when you look at these people called the Jewish people, I got to open up my window and show y'all this. Yeah, feel free to get your own platform, boy. Why you trying to convince me? You ain't going to convince me no 10 tribes came over here, boy. Man, I put you in time out, boy. You got to go in the corner. Mexicans got their own country and got a military and everything. This boy gonna talk about Mexicans, Israelite. I bet you believe the Hispanics and the Native American. Boy, go sit down somewhere, boy. We don't believe that 12 tribe chart over here unless they Afro-Negro. Afro-Negro. And then, yeah, we believe them our people. Them Afro-Cubans, them Afro-Palestinians, them Afro-Guatemalans, them Afro-Puerto Ricans, them Afro, boy. What you talking about? Check this out, family. They always come to my channel, family, trying to convince me some lies, boy. And then when I tell them prove it, they can't prove it. He a regurgitator, family. He telling me something he got from the camps. Because they all get it from the camps. Let's be real. The 12 tribe chart is a regurgitation of what the camps teach. It's not true, family. Joseph is the original 12, right? So how they gonna put Ephraim and Manasseh as a separate tribe when Joseph is the original 12? Where's Dan at? That's 13. Y'all understand what I'm saying? They don't even got Dan on the 12 tribe chart. They just removed Dan. But if you put Ephraim, Manasseh, and Dan, that ain't 12 no more. That's 13. Oh, my Lord, help us, Father. Let me read this to y'all, man. Woo, the baby powder is real. Baby powder. Jesus. I be trying to help y'all, boy, but y'all, hey, you think you know everything, so I ain't gonna argue with you, brother. You right. They came over here on slave ship. I'm gonna let you be right. Now, I want y'all to check this out. Let me go up a little bit. Y'all see this? Look at this. The British mandate for Palestine. Now, let me read this to y'all. See, the world is delusional, y'all. We got to keep it 100. This world is delusional. Nobody wants you to be you. Nobody wants you to be you. Let me read this to y'all. It says the British mandate for Palestine, 1918 to 1948, right? Check this out. Let me bring this in a little bit. Back it up a little bit. Okay, there we go. It said in 1920, the British mandate for Palestine came into existence, which was approved by the Council of the League of Nations in July 1922. The preamble of the decision stated that the mandatory should be responsible for putting into effect the establishment in Palestine of a national home for the Jewish people. Let that sink in your mind right now. This is an establishment, meaning they established this people in a territory that don't belong to them. But they keep lying, telling the world they've been there thousands of years, y'all. But they didn't get the land until 1948, but telling the world they've been there thousands of years. So what they telling everybody that they got kicked out the land, then God brought them back in 1948. But I thought Christ say he not going to put us back into our land until he actually come back and gather us immediately after the tribulation of those days. Matthew 24, verse 29 to 31. That's what I heard. Christ say, I'm going to gather you and I'm going to place you back in your land. Who placed them back in the land? It was a mandate. Why you need a mandate to go home? Thought you was the people of the book. Let me keep going. These people wicked, man. It says the establishment in Palestine, right here, of a national home for the Jewish people, it being clearly understood that nothing should be done which might prejudice the civil and religious rights of existing non-Jewish communities in Palestine. This was the exact wording of the Balfour Declaration of November 1917. I want y'all to know, this was all a plot and a scheme. This was all a plot and a scheme, family. When the Bible say that they have stole my land, let me read this to y'all, man. They stole y'all's land. Who did? Not you, family. You ain't steal nothing. So who stole the land? Are you Christians and you lovers of Israel, the state of Israel? Are you asking yourself these questions? If there's a controversy over the land and he say you parted my land, who parted the land? Why is it a controversy if you the original inhabitants of the land? Why everybody fighting you? Why are you fighting? Why y'all bombing each other? If you are the original inhabitants of the land, why are everybody fighting you? Man, let me show this scripture real quick. Let me show y'all something right quick, what the Lord said, what they did. This is Ezekiel chapter 36 and verse 5. Ezekiel 36 and verse 5. Let me get out of here. Ezekiel chapter 36 and verse 5, family. Why is they fighting over the land? Because, family, the Most High, Yahshua HaMashiach, there's a controversy over the land. What is the controversy? Let's see. Let's see what the controversy is. This is Ezekiel 36 and verse 5. Ezekiel 36 and verse 5. And it reads, therefore, thus said your Elohim, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen and against all Idumea, which have appointed my land into their possession. Which have appointed my land into their possession. He talking about Edom and the heathen. Who is the heathen? The children of Japhet. Did not the Bible say that Japhet shall dwell in the tents of Shem? Did not the Bible tell us that Edom wanted these two countries? Can you prove that, KJ? Yes, I can. Remember what you just heard. He say they have appointed my land into their possession with the joy of all their heart, with the spiteful minds to cast it off for a prey. This ain't you, black man and black woman. This ain't you, Israelite man and Israelite woman. You ain't the one that's casting out land and taking it for a prey. So who is this people? It's the world asking themselves these questions. Who took the land? Who cast it out for a prey? He said Edom and the heathen. Who is the heathen? The nations. But what did Edom say, KJ? Can you prove that Edom actually said out of his mouth, K. Judah? Because you just said that you can prove that Edom said out of his mouth that these two countries shall be mine. Or are you just making it up, KJ? No, I'm not, brother. And I'm about to prove it right now. Are y'all ready? Ezekiel 35 in verse 1. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it. Mount Seir is Edom, family. Verse 2. Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it, and say unto it, Thus saith the Elohim, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. Why, family? Why? Verse 4. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Elohim. When did he lay Edom desolate? If y'all go do some research, there was a group of Arabs called the Nabateans. They dispelled Edom, pushed Edom to the southern border of Judah, and took Edom's land, and these people was called the Nabateans. So guess what Edom do? Remember, y'all, I'm putting this all into perspective. Edom was pushed to the southernmost border of Judah. He got expelled from his home by the Nabateans. So what happened when Babylon took us down? Did y'all know that Edom was as one of them? KJ, what you saying? If you read the Maccabees and the Apocrypha, Edom helped them destroy the temple. Edom helped them destroy the temple. So look what he said about Edom in Psalms 137. This is why he called him the daughter of Babylon. Because Edom moved into our gates in the time of the 70-year Babylonian captivity. This is documented history. So let me read this to y'all real quick. So hold on. Before I go there, let me show you that he wanted these two countries. They were just read in Ezekiel 36, verse 5. Jump down and to verse 9 and 10. Verse 9 and 10. Because he just said, I'm going to lay your cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Elohim. Here it go, verse 9 and 10. I will make thee perpetual desolations, and the city should not return, and ye shall know that I am the Elohim. Because thou hast said, these two nations and these two countries shall be mine, and we will possess it. Wherefore, as the Lord was there. There y'all go. What two countries did Edom want? The northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. Why did he call it two countries? Because y'all remember, in the time of Solomon, we had a split. So it was called the house of Israel and the house of Judah. So Edom, he wanted these two countries. Why, KJ? because Edom got despair from his land by the Nabateans. So they pushed Edom to the territory of Judah. And Edom helped destroy his brother. Can you prove it, KJ? Yes, I can. Let's go to Psalms 137. See, all this is tying in that now you understand that the people who is occupying the land of Israel today, it is not all children of Japhet. You got some Edomites over there too, family. Oh, yeah. You got some Ashkenazi Jews, you got some Khazarians, you got some Edomites, and you got other nations of people claiming this land to be theirs. And they all fighting over land that don't belong to them, family. That's why he just told you, Edom said, these two countries shall be mine. And we going to dwell in it as if the Lord was there. So KJ, what did Edom do? What did Edom do, brother? Let's go to Psalms 137. Now we got a new bastard dwelling in Ashdod, you illegitimate child. You don't belong in that land, bruh. And even if somebody was to say that is a state of Israel, it's still a part of our land, though, because our border was to the Mediterranean Sea, which is called the Great Sea. So at that border, they created a state. But I'm asking everybody, where's the rest of the land? So now the world has been deceived and bamboozled because they believe that those people who came from Europe, you got your brother Edom also then stole your land. You got the Ashkenazi Jews then stole your land. You got the Khazarians then stole your land. You got Russian Jews over, everybody then stole your land. And they didn't cast it out for a prey. So everybody is calling Yah a liar, but they love God though. Do y'all understand that they are calling your father a liar? Because your father said, my people Israel, your land should be desolate without an inhabitant. And Zion will get to enjoy her Sabbaths, her feast days, as long as she lay desolate. But they lying telling you that that's Jerusalem where they at. But Jerusalem is really desolate. Man, this Bible is so beautiful, man. Family, I get overwhelmed with this knowledge of Yah and Yahshua. It's overwhelming. This Bible is a true book. There is no book can compare to this Bible, man. Now, I don't kick against other people's religion. I never read the Quran, so that's why you never hear me speak on it. I don't speak on things I have no understanding of. I'm telling you, this Bible is a true book. This Bible is full of prophecy. This is the knowledge of Yah and Yahshua, what I'm holding in my lap. I'm not here to demean nobody or what you believe. I'm telling you for KJ, this the truth right here in my lap. This Bible have set me free. This Bible renewed my mind. This Bible made me a better person to be a better person for Israel. I don't know no other book that can do that. But then I can't say that because I haven't read other books. But I don't want to read other books. I want to read this book. This book set me free. Psalms 137, verse 1. By the rivers of Babylon that we sat down, yea, we wept when we remember Zion. We hang our harps upon the willows in the midst thereof. For that they carried us away captive, required us a song. And they that wasted us required us mirth, saying, sing us one of the songs of Zion. How long? How shall we sing the Lord's song in a strange land? If I forget thee, O Jerusalem, let my right hand forget her cunning. If I do not remember thee, let my tongue cleave to the roof of my mouth. If I prefer not Jerusalem above my chief joy. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom. Why, KJ? Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom. Woo! in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, destroy it, even to the foundation thereof, O daughter of Babylon, who are to be destroyed. Happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasteth thy little ones against a stone. He talking to Edom. He called Edom the daughter of Babylon. Why, KJ? Because Edom was one of them. He helped destroy his brother. He helped destroy the temple. And he stole your land, family. He stole your land. They stole your nationality. Everybody claiming to be you, but they won't let you be you. The world hate you as the children of Israel, but they love everybody else who claim to be the children of Israel. That's how you know this is witchcraft and sorcery. Deceivableness of these people who love not the truth, but they love lies, but they claim to love the truth. You are the children, family. And this is why when I do map lessons, it's not about me going at nobody else. You know what I'm showing you? Don't despise your inheritance. Don't despise the land of God. Don't despise the land of your father. Zion is the best land out of all lands. That's his holy hill. So why you talking bad about it? And now y'all are going to other platforms where men who supposed to have knowledge, they putting in your mind to demean your own inheritance and your land. Because based on interpretation. And I'm sitting up here showing you that our ancestors was dwelling from the west and the east of the Jordan River. It's the size of a football field. It's not a little piece of dirt. It's a big old plot of land that he gave you. And within your land, there are cities and villages and towns. Knowledge. Don't despise your inheritance. I don't care who it is. Don't let nobody put into your mind to love another land and despise your land based on interpretation. Y'all say he gave Shem the best land out of all lands. So how you gonna despise your own land if it's the best lands out of all lands, and nor rejoice at the inheritance of Shem? Because he said within Shem's inheritance was the Garden of Eden, knowledge. Was the Zion, knowledge, and Mount Sinai, and they all face each other. Make it make sense. A bastard shall dwell in Ashdod. We setting the record straight. The Jewish people, you about to get kicked out the land. That's why in Isaiah 63, what did the Bible say? It said, who is this that come from Edom with his clothes dyed red? Where is Edom? Edom was over there dwelling by Judah, right? But he say he going to Edom first. Why? Because Edom stole your nationality. And then he gonna gather all the nations and bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat. Where is the valley of Jehoshaphat? In the so-called Middle East. He say, there would I plead with all the heathen for the controversy of Zion. Where is Zion? In Tel Aviv. It sits on the hill and surrounded by mountains. It is level as a plain. It is desolate without an inhabitant, just like the Bible say. I rejoice over Jerusalem and Zion and all our lands because we're going home one day. Why do the Lord say, I got to make this place blossom as a rose? If this is not your land, what is you about to make blossom as a rose? What is you about to cause vegetation and trees and pools of water? Where? In the dry desert. Why? Because it's desolate. I'm going to keep screaming to the rooftop as long as I got breath. We're going to set the record straight. We got to do our job, my brothers and my sisters. You have black people that look like me and you. They are going to Israel. They are coming back from Israel. And the first thing they do when they come back, they are attacking this awakening. Because they're getting paid by the Zionists. They're getting paid by the state of Israel to demean and to discredit everything that come out of our mouth. That's why we got to read. We got to study. We got to be sharp. We got to be on our game. We got to be ready to answer a question for whoever asks. Because the devil is moving fast and he going to do his job. And we got to do our job. Because he going to do his job. And we know that. Because he go about seeking who he may destroy. And we got to walk in the spirit, family. And we got to let these scriptures be our guidance, the hedge of protection. And we got to be set free through the Holy Spirit. And then you can be able to edify. If you ain't got the Holy Spirit, you might well sit down. Because if y'all ain't with you, he ain't with you, man. Because the Holy Spirit ain't going to be with you. Many are called, few are chosen, family. Y'all got to pay attention to what's going on in Israel. The reason why they getting bombed, the reason why they fighting, the reason why all this going on is the controversy over the land. And when you got a controversy, people going to fight. And what's the main thing they fighting for? They telling the Jewish people, you don't belong here, dog. You need to go home, back to Europe. But then the Jewish people telling everybody, man, we've been here for thousands of years. Let me show y'all something, man. And I'm almost done. Let me show y'all something. Let me show you documented history from a book that I got called Last 2 Million Years. Google is cool, but I don't depend upon Google. I buy books. Check this out. Y'all see this? What do y'all see? It's called Palestine. Look at Ashdod. See that? They changed the name to Palestine, family. It was never called Palestine. But I want you to pay attention. Who do you see by Judah? Let me bring this in close. Idumea. Just like the Bible say, man. Look where Edom at. Edom land wasn't right here. Edom land was over here east of the Jordan River by Moab. But now all of a sudden, Idumea is over here by Judah. Why, KJ? Because they got expelled by the Nabateans. So now they called it Palestine. Can you prove this through documented history? Yes, I can. Here y'all go right here. This is a book, an encyclopedia that I got called Last 2 Million Years. Look at what it say. It say, fate survived the dispersion. The crucifixion of Yahshua about AD 30 did not end the Israelite resistance to the Romans' occupation. In 70, when the country was again in a state of revolt, Jerusalem, the holy city, became the core of the resistance to the Romans. Titus, the son of Emperor Vespasian, proceeded to lay siege to Jerusalem. The city fell, and the inhabitants were enslaved in their thousands and dispersed throughout the Mediterranean world. Time out, KJ. Hold up. Now, this what I'm going to ask y'all. If we was already in Ham's land, and according to some people, South Africa is Israel, right? Jerusalem is Ethiopia, right? We was already on the continent of Africa. Why are we fleeing to the Mediterranean world? Why are we going backwards? We was already in our land, right? So why are we going to the Mediterranean world? You know why we're going to the Mediterranean world? Because it was the closest thing to our land to the Mediterranean Sea, which is called the Great Sea. Because who was right there? The Philistines. And then we fled into Africa. So the point that I'm making is that he say we was dispersed throughout the Mediterranean world. He say this was the first dispersion, and worse was to follow. Continual insurrection and revolt against Rome rule led to the total destruction of Jerusalem in 135. The city was renamed Aelia Capitolina, and all Jews was prohibited from entering it. A second and more important dispersion now took place, and the whole of Judea was renamed Palestine, just like I showed you on the map. This is documented history, fam. You see how they change names? You see what they doing? This is why they change all these different names, but you can't pick the earth up and shift it and spin it. It's still going to be a different name, but it's the same location. It just go by a different name. So all I'm trying to get you to do is don't despise your inheritance. Don't demean what Yah gave you, because within your borders, within your land, It's the richest of all lands. Now, people make mockery. They laugh and say, oh, man, look at that little piece of dirt. It's dry. It's not growing anything. They have no idea the reason why it's not growing anything, because the real inhabitants of the land are not there. It's desolate. Just like Yah said it was going to be, until he bring us back. What did he say? He's going to cause this area to blossom as a rose. I'm going to make your land blossom as a rose. And it's going to look like Lebanon and Carmel and Bashan. I'm going to make it beautiful again. I'm going to make pools of water spring for it. Nobody is paying attention. But they keep trying to make y'all love the continent of Africa and despise your land in the Middle East. And I don't understand this, family. And now you got so many Israelites. No, that's not our land. That little piece of dirt, they are regurgitating their teachers. It's not a little piece of dirt. He gave us a big old plot of land. Let me see. Look at this, man. I'm going to keep asking. Do this look like a little piece of dirt, man? They go eat them. Look, eat them on our side now. Look at this right here. This ain't no little piece of dirt, bro. Let me bag this up. Do you not see all this land, man? This is not no little piece of dirt, bro. Look at all this land, man. This is not no little piece of dirt, family. This is a big old spacious piece of land. Look at Judah land, all that space. Look at Manasseh on the east. Look at Manasseh on the west. Come on, man. Look at Ephraim. This is not no little piece of land, family. This is a big old plot of land that he gave us. And it's in the middle of the earth. Just like he said in Jubilees. Y'all hold on right quick. I'll be right back. Hold on. All right, family. That's it for me. Anybody have any questions? Y'all got to remember, family, this land and this state was created in 1948. But in 1922, they had already did the mandate. But then they allowed these people to come into a territory and area where the Palestinians was already living there. But they, man, just pushed these people out, and just took over land that don't really belong to now one of them, though. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Like, it don't belong, it belongs to you. And when you look at the totality of the land, it's a big old spacious piece of land that he gave us, family. And he gave you the best land because the Bible say Noah rejoiced at the inheritance of Shem. He didn't rejoice at the inheritance of Japheth. He didn't rejoice at the inheritance of Ham. The Bible say that he rejoiced at the inheritance of Shem. So what was in Shem's land that Canaan had to steal it? Lebanon. Lebanon was beautiful. And when Canaan saw it, he had to have it. Even though his brothers told him, man, don't do that. You're going to curse yourself and your kids. Because we made a league that we would not take each other's land. And Canaan did not listen. He did it anyway. And that's why when we came out of Egypt, who was we fighting against? The Canaanites, the Girgashites, the Hivites, the Amorites. There you go. Because we had to get our land back. Because they took it. See, Canaan was supposed to go to what is called South Africa. They call it South Africa today, but in the Jubilees, it was called the land of Canaan. Guess who the majority of the people dwelling in South Africa are Israelites? Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. The majority of the people dwelling in South Africa are the northern 10 tribes. So y'all see how that work? Now, we dwelling in your land. But he stole our land, though. So do anybody have any questions? Family, don't let nobody lie to y'all about that 12 tribe chart. The thing is flawed. It's a lie. Like I say, I ain't got nothing against Mexicans, Hispanics, and all that, but they are not no Israelites. They didn't come on no slave ships. They don't got no curses on them. They got a country, they got a military, they got culture. They didn't lose anything. These men are forcing our nationality on people. They forcing our nationality on the Hispanics. They forcing our nationality on the Native Americans, and they forcing our nationality on the Mexicans. They forcing them to believe this. Because when they talking to them, they be looking puzzled like, huh? No, I ain't no Israelite, man. I'm Mexican. I'm Hispanic. I'm Native American. They gonna force it on them, family. Just giving our inheritance away. They just giving it away. Thank you, Shem, y'all. Thank you, kinfolk. Leviticus 26, 33 to 35. The land would not enjoy her Sabbaths. It would lie desolate. There y'all go. See? The land is desolate. Majority of all our land is desolate, family. And like Positive just said, that ain't even a race. Technically, it's not. It's like what my sister said is the truth. So like I said, I never said that y'all couldn't serve the Elohim, but we can't be giving our inheritance away, family. We haven't even got to enjoy the inheritance. Let us enjoy our own inheritance like everybody else get to. Man, we so happy we didn't find out that we the children of Israel. Why we love giving everything away, man? It's not about nothing else, but this belong to us that Yah gave us. Let's hold on to it. I like that right there. I like that, my brother. I like that right there. There is no second place for being that. There is no second place for being on the bottom. He right. He right. Yah has woken us up, family. He has renewed our mind. Stop giving everything away. Hold on to what belongs to you. Did not the Bible tell you, do not give that what belongs to you to another? What belongs to us, we should not give it away. If the Hispanics want to serve Yah, or the Mexicans or Native Americans, do it as a Mexican. Do it as an Hispanic. Do it as a Native American. But you ain't doing it as an Israelite because you ain't no Israelite. We're not giving nothing away, man. That's all I'm saying, man. I want my brothers and sisters to enjoy their inheritance, their culture, what Yah is bringing us back to, the feast days, the Shabbat. Now we know the truth. Let's enjoy it, family. Stop giving everything away to other people because they don't respect it. When Yah woke us up, we respect what he did in our life, and we don't play around with it. That's why when Hispanics find out they not Israelite, the first thing they do is start calling us Hamites, Egyptians, niggas. I mean, just disrespecting us once they find out that we don't believe they Israelites, then they start disrespecting the real Israelites. Now they on the street corner saying that we not the Israelites, that the Mexicans, the Native Americans, and the Hispanics, they are the real Israelites. So y'all see what they did? These camps allow these people to come in. Then when they kick them out or find out they're not Israel, then they go against Israel. Now we Hamites. Now we stinking Africans. Y'all see what's going on? Y'all see why we shouldn't give nothing away? Because we only get disrespect when we give stuff away. We only get disrespected when you give stuff away. Nobody respect a person. You give everything away. But when you stand firm on what you believe, when you stand firm on principles and your culture and your heritage and your people, people respect that. Hey, Mexicans, I ain't giving you nothing. This is my nationality, my brothers and sisters. We not giving nothing away. Now you can partake, but you can't have. Nope. Now they got you on the street corner teaching our brothers and sisters like you one of them. Come on, man. Sister Eve said mainly black people are waking up in droves, and they have the majority of white Spaniards on their 12 tribe chart. Certified facts, Sister Eve. Did y'all know that 3 tribes are black and the rest of them is Hispanic? You got only 3 black tribes and the rest of the tribe, 10 tribes are Hispanic. Make that make sense. Or 9 tribes. Because y'all remember, Judah is a black American. Haitians are Benjamin. And I'm sorry. Benjamin are the Jamaicans and the Haitians is Levi. Now, where they get that from? We don't know what tribe we come from. We just know we one of the tribes. But they just, I mean, man, this is crazy, man. They got a lot of people messed up, family. That 12 tribe chart had destroyed a lot of people, man. You know why I say that? Because now our sisters then had babies with them, and the men then had babies with them. And now Yah is looking for us to bring forth the pedigree of Israelite children, but by the 12 tribe chart, they are diluting their seed, marrying Hispanic and Native American and Mexican. Come on now. Do anybody have any questions, man? Any questions? And the brother that came in here, brother, I say this out of love. Go back and read some more, brother. Please. You don't know what you was talking about, brother. Right. And they forcing Esau identity on Japhet. The brother got to go back and read, family. He got to. I don't know what he was talking about. My brother in the building, True Pilgrimage, 144. Khan, the land is desolate, just like the people right now. But as we start to blossom and come back, the land will blossom as well. My brother always coming here as a second witness. The land is going to blossom, man. As we waking up, like he just said, what did the Bible say? He said, when Zion come back, the trees going to clap their hands. The grass going to dance and sing. Everything going to go crazy because Zion is coming back. The real children of Israel. That's why when you look at the state of Israel, boy, ain't nobody happy over there. They got to put sirens on and whoop, whoop, because they scared that it's about to shoot a missile or something. Bombs about to be dropped. That ain't no peace. How you the people and you don't got no peace? No peace. Come on, family. They ain't got no peace over there. The people that's dwelling in your land, Israel, are not the people of the book. Hey, you Christianity, y'all are deceived. The people that's dwelling in the land of the state of Israel are not the children of God. They are not the Israelites. They do not make up the 12 tribes of Israel. The 12 tribes of Israel are scattered. All the tribes are scattered. And they will be regathered after the tribulation. Yahshua will gather his sheep. So all y'all deceive, you been lied to, you love deception, especially you white Christians and you white Christian people. Y'all love deception, boy, because you know why I realize about you white people? As long as the Jewish people claim it, you fine with that because white supremacy. Because in your mind, Jesus white. And if Jesus white, the Jewish people got to be the people because Jesus white. But boy, when Yahshua cracked them skies and heaven rolled back as a roll, oh my God. When y'all see that black man with them locks, boy, when y'all see Yahshua dark skinned teeth white with milk, and that boy got them locks in his head, y'all are going to lose your marbles. Anybody would come and say, no Jesus can be white. Are something wrong with y'all? Because white Jesus is terrible. White Jesus don't love nobody. White Jesus just treat people any kind of way. Because the people that love white Jesus is the same people that has brutalized and pillaged the world. So how we going to hold up white Jesus as a standard that somebody should look up to when the people that look like him is the same people that pillaged the whole planet Earth? Make it make sense. That's all I'm saying. Make it make sense. We ain't doing that. Like my sister just said, read the book called Facts Upon Facts, man, by Benjamin H. Freeman, a confession of the plans the demon plotted. I got you, because I love buying books. Thank you for that, my sister. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you. Since 1992 in Israel, every new home and living facility requires a safe house. That is not peace. That ain't no peace. Talk to me. Talk to me. That is not no peace, man. Who want to live like that, y'all? You the children of God, but your Messiah, he ain't even protecting you. And then, when in the Bible can we just go around bombing people? We couldn't do that at the children of Israel, just go around just fighting people and starting stuff with people. No, we had to conduct ourselves professionally around our Elohim, but not the Jewish people. They just go around blowing up children and everything. And y'all think this the people of God talking about we got to stand with Israel? You are delusional. I pray against Israel, but I don't pray against Damona. I don't pray against my brothers and sisters living in Israel, which is Damona, the Israelites that left. And all matter of fact, all my brothers and sisters that's in Israel, I pray for you. I don't pray for that state of Israel. Time out. If they the synagogue of Satan, how I'm gonna pray for Satan? Make it make sense. They are the synagogue of Satan. How I'm gonna pray for Satan? I just need to know how I'm gonna pray for Satan. I didn't call them the synagogue of Satan. The Bible did. Revelation 2:9-3:9. He called them the synagogue of Satan. So how I'm gonna pray for the synagogue of Satan? But I do pray for all my Israelite brothers and sisters on the continent of Africa, in the so-called Middle East, and in the so-called state of Israel. I pray for Damona. I pray for all my Israelite brothers and sisters scattered everywhere. But most certainly pray for Damona, our brothers and sisters, our elders, our children, our kinfolk, our cousins, our aunties, our uncles. I pray for them. I do not pray for the synagogue of Satan because the Bible told me that is the synagogue of Satan. And the last time I checked, I should not be sitting at the table with devils. That's what the Lord told me. He told me to separate from the congregation of evil men and devils. So I don't pray for the devil. I pray for the righteous. I pray for Israel. And I pray for all those who love the Most High. Other people that might not look like me, but they are cleaving to the Most High. They are acknowledging the truth. Those people, I have no problem with you. Synagogue of Satan, I do not pray for you. I pray for your destruction. You are a liar, you are a deceiver, and you are the synagogue of Satan. Satan is your God. Y'all worship the devil, but I pray for all the Israelites in Damona. I pray for all the Israelites on the continent of Africa. And if somebody was to say, well, KJ, you need to pray for the state of Israel, I'm going to ask you again. If the Bible say they are the synagogue of Satan and you tell me to pray for Satan, you think the Lord going to hear my prayer? I pray for my brothers and sisters that are in these places. I pray for my brothers. And that's why you never hear me say, I want to see America get destroyed. I want to see Israel get destroyed. No, I don't. I want the synagogue of Satan out of our land. I want all these liars out of our land. But I do not want to see that place get destroyed, because by you saying that, your brothers and sisters are in that place. So why would you ask it to be destroyed? We gotta use logic. Our people over there, they put our brothers and sisters and uncles and aunties and their children by a nuclear power plant in the Negev desert, which are the Bowlands. Understand what I'm telling you. They did it on purpose. And guess what the Lord did? He still protect Damona. He still protect our brothers and sisters, even though they placed them by a nuclear power plant, because they got an evil mind. This is the synagogue of Satan. You can't reason with the devil. You think Satan like they went back over there? It is a manifestation of who they are, that they are the real children of Israel, being by a power plant and nobody getting radiation. Make it make sense. That's because God protecting them with the hedge of protection. Even though the Jewish people thought something evil, because they didn't have to put them by a nuclear power plant. They could have gave them land like everybody else, but they didn't want to give them land. They actually did not even like the fact they went back over there. See, let me say something before I get up out of here. Your nationality irritates the world, but it don't irritate them when the Jewish people say it. Y'all have not paid attention to that? When you lay claim that you are Israelite, everybody go crazy. They call you radical. They call you racist. They call you a cult. And guess what? Some of these people do have bad behavior, but they have demonized the whole awakening. And we don't behave like that. We're not up here disrespecting people. We're not up here talking about we want people to die and we want your kids to die. Man, nobody talk like that. But the fact that you lay claim to it, something happened in the earth that it irritates the devil so bad that now what we have in this awakening, and it's starting to get physical and violent. Let me tell you something. It's starting to get physical and violent. You have to be careful. You have to be on alert. And you have to know where you at all time. Don't just be going crazy, just going places where you know you shouldn't be and you just loud and acting crazy. Family, use wisdom. It's starting to get physical and violent out here. They starting to lay their hands on some of the teachers of Israel, pulling out guns and stuff. So all I'm saying is don't bring this upon yourself, because that could happen. Walk in wisdom. And if these things happen, you know Yah got your back the same way he had Paul, the same way he had the disciples and the apostles, the same way he had Daniel, Meshach, and Abednego. So that's all I'm saying. And I always tell you, this is a truth platform. I crack my jokes, but I have never went out my way to harm nobody that don't look like me or somebody that look like me. I walk in peace with all people. But at the end of the day, Israel is my first choice. I must get my people right first, and I must get them to love themselves and hope in the fate and salvation of Yahshua. If I bring the Bible to my people and they have no hope, and the first thing I do is start swinging scriptures, you got to build up the confidence first and give encouragement. You got to let them know you are special. You are somebody. That's why we use images. We don't use images because we bow down to the images. We hold up images so our people can see greatness in themselves. Because if you don't think you're great and you don't feel great, I got to show you greatness from the past so you can relate to greatness. Make it make sense. Come on. I don't bring my brother the Bible and he tell me he hungry. I feed him first. All I'm saying is that we have to use wisdom in these last days. I'm telling y'all, it's going to get crazy out here, and I'm already seeing the videos. It is getting physical. It is getting physical, family. It's not that we scared. It's that we use wisdom while we out here and moving around in certain places. Use wisdom, family. People be, oh man, that nigga scared. Man, don't look, family. Don't let nobody convince you to do anything crazy when that Bible's in your hand. Because remember, you still got to represent Yah in the right spirit. And you got to conduct yourself as a true servant so they can see your walk. Not you just reading scripture, but they must see your behavior is matching what you read. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, fam. So, I love y'all. Nobody ain't got no questions. I did this message because I'm trying to show y'all that the state of Israel, it is a plot. It is a carved out land. And when you read the scriptures, the inheritance given to the 12 tribes of Israel is a big old spacious, beautiful land, the size of a football field, very spacious and beautiful. So what they have done, they have divided the land and they have cast it out for a prey. And that's why you see so much fighting, because everybody trying to lay hold to land that don't belong to them. If the land belonged to the Jewish people, why do we all care? If they the people of the book, let them live in peace. But Yah would not let them live in peace because, like he said in Ezekiel 36, verse 5. Ezekiel 35, verse 9 and 10. He say, Edom have cast out my land for a prey. And he said, these two countries shall be mine. That's what Edom said. And then he say, all the heathen and Idumea have cast my land for a prey. So now do you see why it's a controversy of Zion? But the world don't want to hear us telling them the truth. So what I'm going to do before I go, I'm going to let somebody else give you the truth because you don't want to hear it from me. So I'm going to let another person tell you what you don't want to hear from me. And then I'm out of here. Watch this. I want y'all to check this out. And here you go. Since you don't want to hear it from me, you don't want to hear from Elder Yashiyah, you don't want to hear from Elder Barawak, you don't want to hear from Brother Tim, you don't want to hear from us, right? So I'm going to let somebody that don't look like me tell you what we've been telling y'all forever. Here you go, family. Check this out.
Scanner reveals the brutal truth about your body that your regular scale will never tell you. For weeks, my scale showed up.
Descend from ancient Israel, from a long lost medieval kingdom called Khazaria. That they're basically imposters. According to this theory, the majority of Jews today are really the descendants of Turkic nomads who converted to Judaism and somehow hijacked the Jewish story.
They are not from the Middle East or the Near East.
They are descendants from Khazars.
That would mean that they're not Semitic.
They are the imposters.
These people are no more Jews than they are Christians.
It sounds like a plot twist ripped straight out of the Da Vinci Code. But this isn't just a quirky historical what if. The Khazar theory has been weaponized to demonize Jews, delegitimize Israel, and erase Jewish identity. It inspires real danger against real people. So, could it be true? Could millions of Ashkenazi Jews really be descended from a kingdom of converts? Once upon a time, in a faraway land called Khazaria, the king decided to convert to Judaism. His people followed suit, and centuries later, they fled to Eastern Europe, and voila! This is how Ashkenazi Jews were born. It's a neat little origin story, straight out of a Disney film. Aladdin wasn't really a prince, Ariel wasn't really human, and Jews aren't really Jews. But hold up. Carpets can't fly, fish can't talk, and Agrabah is totally a made-up place. Khazaria, on the other hand, was a real kingdom in a real place at a real time. So the big question is, could Ashkenazi Jews really trace their roots back there? Or is this Khazar origin story just a fairy tale? Ashkenazi Jews make up most of the world's Jewish population today. And according to the mainstream view, their ancestors arrived in the Rhineland and Danube Valley after the Roman exile, before spreading across Eastern Europe over the centuries. My family tree includes Ashkenazi ancestors, as well as Sephardi and Mizrahi. Trace any one of those branches back far enough, and you'll end up in ancient Israel. Or at least that's the conventional story. But not everyone accepts that version of history. Back in the 1800s, a provocative theory took shape, that Ashkenazi Jews weren't descended from ancient Israelites at all, but rather that they were descendants of the Khazars. So, who were the Khazars? Khazaria was an independent, semi-nomadic Turkic kingdom in what's now southern Russia, wedged between a powerful Christian empire to the west and a formidable Muslim caliphate to the east. It was an important trade route connecting east and west, and it also played a role as a cultural melting pot where people of various religions were free to practice. This included a vibrant Jewish community. Now, here's where things take a surprising turn. According to various Jewish, Muslim, and Christian sources, in the 9th century, King Bulan decided to become Jewish. Some accounts claim that the king weighed the three Abrahamic faiths against each other and ultimately chose Judaism. Why Judaism? There's no way to know King Bulan's true motivation. Maybe it was a true spiritual calling. Or maybe it was a savvy political move to avoid angering the Christian and Muslim superpowers on his borders, while still remaining neutral in their never-ending religious conflicts. Or maybe just like Hanukkah. Now, if the king started practicing Judaism, it's reasonable to assume others followed his lead. But just how many? We don't know. Some sources claim that over the centuries, Khazaria became an overwhelmingly Jewish kingdom, but many historians are skeptical.
They're digging in the wrong place.
It's a widely debated topic that's led to some fascinating questions, like this design, found engraved on a metal disc at a Khazar site. Is it a Star of David or a shamanistic sun disk? And even if Judaism became widespread among Khazarians, there's no way to know how many of those Jews actually came from Khazar families that converted, and how many came from ethnically Jewish families who migrated to the area. Remember, Khazar was a melting pot of tolerance where Jewish refugees were welcome, all the more so after the king himself started practicing Judaism. I think it's important to emphasize that in Judaism, converts are treated exactly the same as people who are born Jewish. So what's the difference? Well, here's where things get a bit more controversial. According to the Khazar theory, the kingdom was filled with practicing Jews who were descended from Turkic converts, not from ancient Judeans. And when the kingdom was conquered, all of these Turkic Jews flooded the neighboring regions of Eastern Europe, becoming the ancestors of modern Ashkenazi Jews. That would mean that Ashkenazi Jews, the majority of today's Jews, have no ancestral connection to ancient Israel, no biological link to Abraham, Moses, or the people of the Bible. Instead, they're descendants of medieval Turkic nomads who adopted Judaism. This obsession with Jewish biology or Jewish lineage is what makes this a dangerous conspiracy theory. It's been weaponized to deny Jewish identity, delegitimize Israel, and fuel anti-Semitic conspiracies that have led to real-world violence.
Tell me why my beat up.
Now, family, I just wanted to stop it right there. Now, this the thing that I want to say before I go. Out of all that history he just said, how is all this history being denied that's documented? That means that people are actually looking away, won't accept truth for truth, because they don't want the world to know that they are imposters. Why y'all think that the ADL is watching the Hebrew Israelites? Elder Bell Wax sent me an article that I was reading. All these media platforms, the ADL, the whole world is watching the Israelites. Why? They have to keep the eye on us, because they cannot stop this awakening. It has spread to the four corners of the earth. It is a worldwide phenomenon now. So by us claiming that we are the Israelites, and people looking at them saying, hold on, I thought y'all was the people. We are dispelling all lies, and they don't like it. So now what they doing, they having people come to Israel like Philip Anthony Mitchell's. They are whining and dining them, like Bro Tim said, and they sending them back. And the first thing they do is what? Go against the awakening. Philip Anthony Mitchell, when he came back from Israel, what's the first thing he said? If you're a Hebrew Israelite, you can be here, but you cannot spread your false doctrine. He called it false doctrine, but he loved the Lord, though. Y'all see what I'm saying? The devil is very crafty, family. The devil will give you truth, but you best believe he's going to give you lies. Philip Anthony Mitchell read from the Bible, but told the whole world that Jesus was not a black man. He also said that our awakening, we teaching lies. So you mean to tell me y'all didn't woken all of us up and it's just for nothing? Pay attention, family. What's really going on? These people are being sent out that look like us to go against us because they are not of us. And when I say not of us, I'm talking about of the faith, of the truth, of the culture, of the heritage. They are sent out to cause confusion with this awakening. When Philip Anthony Mitchell said that Jesus was not a black man, the church erupted with applauses. Woo! Because anything but black or do. He could be white. He could be Arab. He could be Palestinian. He could be anything, but he cannot be a black man. Because when he's a black man, why y'all dealing with skin color? But they've been dealing with skin color and racial idolatry from the beginning of time. Why y'all sitting up here putting up a black man? It don't matter what color Jesus is, but they never said that when he was a white man. They never said that when he was a Palestinian. Nobody care about the color until we put up a color. Now everybody care about a color. Make it make sense, man. That's all I'm saying. Make it make sense. So this is all I'm saying. Everything is coming back to us. Everything will be given back to you. The gates of your city will be open that they may bring the forces of the Gentile. That's why I don't be worrying about nothing, man. I'm telling you, I don't worry about nothing of nothing. All I'm here to do is wake up Israel that they may walk that narrow path. Everything gonna be given back to us, family. Okay? Everything. So when Christ gathers, you're gonna have peace and rest, and none gonna make you afraid. And I can't wait to see that day, family. I cannot wait to see that day, man. Right. Right. How can you believe in the people that don't believe in our Messiah? And my brother ain't lying. They don't even believe in Christ. They do not even believe in the Messiah. And you got Philip Anthony Mitchell who say he believe in Christ, but he went over here with the Jewish people. They don't believe in Christ. And this man gonna say out of his mouth, Jesus come from the Jewish people. Wow. Wow. That's it for me, family. Love y'all with the pure heart. Many blessings to the whole nation of Israel. I bid y'all speed. Enjoy the rest of y'all day. I had to go live, family, because I'm telling y'all, we going to keep sounding the alarm. We are not afraid of man. We don't care about anything that this man talking about. Coming out against the Israelites, trying to attack free speech, trying to shut down our platforms. We not worrying about any of that. Why? Because if y'all can protect Daniel in the lion's den, he could protect us on these little platforms. If y'all can protect Daniel and them when they threw him in the fire and they wasn't even burnt, and even no smell was on their clothes, you think he can't do for us? But I mean, that was great what he did for them. And these little platforms, we ain't worried about that, man. If he gonna be for us, he gonna be for us. And like Daniel say, whether y'all be for us or not, we still ain't gonna bow down to your image. Whether we die or whether we live, we still ain't gonna bow down to your image, partner.
Yeah. The waves stood high, the night was cold, feet on the sand, hearts feeling bold, a path of dry where waters flow. Oh, step by step they march through time. Oh, faith in Yeshua, hearts aligned. Oh, yeah, Yeshua brought us through the sea. Oh, yeah, parted the water, set us free. With his power, with his might, turn the dark into light. Egypt's chariots chasing fast, chains of the past they couldn't outlast. Freedom ahead, no looking back. Lifted hands to the open sky. A miracle where the ocean lies. Oh, yeah, Yeshua brought us through the sea. Oh, yeah, parted the water, set us free. Power with his might, turn the dark into light. Oh, 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 oh. Well, the dark into light. Oh, yeah. Well, the dark into light. Every finger points, every shadow's cast. Blame the mirror, but it shatters too fast. The cracks ain't in the glass, they're in the view. Stop acting like the fault's not inside of you. Stop blaming black folks for the mess y'all made. Ain't no shortcut to the dues unpaid. History's heavy but the truth won't fade. Stop blaming black folks for the mess y'all made. You write the rules, then you rig the score. Kick down the door, then call it yours. But karma don't knock, it kicks it wide. The reckoning rides, and you can't hide. Oh, the weight of lies is dragging you slow. The point it won't erase what you know. Oh, stop blaming black folks for the mess y'all made. Ain't no shortcut to the dues unpaid. History's heavy but the truth won't fade. Stop blaming black folks for the mess y'all made. That you can't paint the sky and call it gray. When the sun shines truth on your charade. The seeds you plant, they grow someday. And justice don't care what excuses you play.
Hey, family, everybody in this chat, I pray for you. I bid y'all speed, family. I'm praying for the whole nation of Israel. I'm telling y'all right now, wherever you go, just be safe. It's not about being fearful, because I saw videos that this thing is starting to get physical. They're starting to putting their hands on our people. They pulling out guns. They doing certain things, family. So just watch your surroundings. Just move with discretion. Be wise. Wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove. That don't mean you let somebody just put their hands on you. I'm telling you, Satan is angry at the woman. The woman is Israel. Satan is mad at this awakening. It cannot be stopped. They didn't try everything. They just spent billions of dollars to stop us from finding out who we are. But they so brainwashed, this is a spiritual awakening. And things that are spiritual, the carnal man cannot understand. So how you gonna stop something that's spiritual when you carnal? And your brother K. Judah want to leave you with these encouraging words. Let's get it.
If you love Yahshua, walk in his footsteps. He created all things by the spirit of his breath. He showed us the narrow path that leads to life. He have showed us how to worship the Father, the Spirit of all life.
And your brother K. Judah, Mr. Michael Jackson bad with the scriptures, want to say to the mighty nation of Israel, look up, for your king is coming. Salute, family.